Yeah, I think again, it's very hard. I think, I'd share what IFAC have done in the sense that I think it's very hard at this stage, Robert, to pinpoint the exact scale of any stimulus, particularly the kind of broader based stimulus that we're talking about from an investment perspective, because I think obviously it's difficult to see what is feasible or understand what is feasible in terms of borrowing, from a national perspective. And again, that's why we're talking about the need for clarity from EU institutions and in terms of this kind of scale and strategies that can be employed. But certainly, I think in the medium term, if you look at it, there's been, I think, 1.5 billion, for example, was devoted to social housing in the last budget for the present year. I mean, I think as an immediate step, the first thing would be to try and ensure that money is spent as much as possible as it can be in the present year, because I know there's going to be a challenge in even doing that because of the lockdown itself, in terms of the closure of construction sites for the period in question. So I think as a starter, I suppose the first issue would be to try and significantly to ensure that that budget has been allocated and spent as much as possible for the present year. But also I would think it would need to be, you'd need to look at increasing that over the next 6 to 12 months. So again, it is quite difficult to pinpoint exactly the scale of the stimulus because we don't fully yet know exactly how much of a hole there will be in the public finances. But certainly, I think you're looking at a substantial increase in the amount of monies that are devoted to, for instance, investment in areas like social housing, and also in terms of other areas. I mean, there's expenditure in retrofitting, which could be increased substantially as well. Just looking at some of the allocations there from the last budget as well. So I can't kind of give you an overall broad figure, but I think that's certainly where any stimulus should go. And as I said, it does require a certain degree of clarity, I suppose, and a roadmap almost from EU institutions as to what is feasible over the short to medium term.